Hello and welcome to System Control Tutorials. In this tutorial I'll be introducing you to JavaScript. JavaScript is an interactive script language that executes within HTML pages. It allows you to add interactivity within your HTML pages such as pop-ups, draggable divs, or resizing of divs. Now that HTML5 is released with Canvas, you can do drawing and a whole bunch of cool stuff. But we'll get there. Let's start with the basics. And do understand JavaScript is not Java, so get that out of your head. A lot of people or novices get that confused. So if someone compares JavaScript with Java, it is two different, completely different things. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, a quick note: if you don't have the basics or of understanding of HTML or CSS, then you need to go back and look at my other tutorials on System Control's channel. Then move on to JavaScript introduction, which is this video. So if you don't have any knowledge of HTML or CSS, just a forewarning, you should stop here, go back, learn some HTML, CSS basics, and then come back here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we need to do is have our doc type. Let's go ahead and get this started. We're just going to set up a simple HTML page and set our head, close our head, set our body, close our body, and then close our HTML. Okay, so within the head, think of this area as the settings area for your page. So when the browser loads your page, it looks in the head for the settings to render your page correctly. So since we're adding some JavaScript, not externally but internally into this HTML file, we need to write and tell the browser that we're executing JavaScript. So to do that, we need a lesson sign, script, and then type equals, and then within quotations put text / JavaScript, and then close with a greater than sign, and then we'll close this with a script. Okay, so we close the script. So in between the opening script and the closing script, we would actually have the JavaScript. A lot of scripts. Okay, so the first understanding that you should have is functions. So what a function does, or what it is a collection of code that you can call to execute. So think of it as a block of code. It could be multiple different things that interact with each other and work in sequence. However, it can get very, very complex. It can call other functions and all that. But for now, let's just learn how to write the function itself. So to do that, to initiate the function, it's simple. You just write function, then space, and then name it what you want. It shouldn't start with letters or special characters, and it shouldn't contain spaces. If you want a space, do an underscore as an alternative. So in this case, I'm going to name it system underscore control. And then after you name it, you're going to go ahead and put your parameters area with parentheses. So we just do parentheses, and then we do braces. Now within the braces is where the code you want to execute if you called your function. In this case, the function is called system control. So in between the braces is what actually executes. So we're going to do something simple, and it's called an alert. What an alert does, and you'll use it a lot when you're debugging JavaScript, is it pops up. It pops up with any type of information that you want, as far as if you want it just to pop up and say something, it could do that, and the user could press OK. So I'm sure you guys have seen it before on other sites that have advertising. They're like, hey, don't leave, we have special offers type thing and all this stuff. So usually you'll see that with either a confirm box or alert. So in this case, we're gonna go and create an alert. So you just write alert within your braces, so make sure it's in the braces, alert, and then your parentheses. Now within your parentheses, you're going to do quotations. Now within the quotations, you're going to write whatever you want the box to say when it pops up. In this case, we're just going to say pop up. Okay, so it says pop up, and we're going to go ahead and end this with a semicolon. So what we need to do is make sure that this function is called when the page loads, because we want it just to pop up when the page loads. To do that is we just make an event, so we'll say on load within the body, and put equals, and then quotations, and then within the quotations we'll call this function. So this function is system underscore control parentheses. There's no parameters within the parentheses, and we'll go ahead and end it with a semicolon. So what this is going to do is it's going to load the page and say on load I want to load this function, which goes back up here and says okay, function name system control matches, go ahead and run it, and within it is alert. It's going to pop up and say pop up. So let's go ahead and see it run. I'm going to go ahead and save this, go to my file, reload it, and there we go. So it pops up, it says okay, you press okay, and that's all. So that was the introductory to JavaScript. Hope I didn't go too fast. I'm going to go ahead and have part 2 and a whole series of JavaScript from the basics all the way up into a lot more advanced, complex theories and ways to program this and make some cool interactive games and everything. So maybe the next one I do is going to be a little bit more advanced and move you guys along. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you guys liked it, thumb it up. Otherwise, don't thumb down, just leave the page and give me a comment of how I could improve or something like that rather than being so negative, guys. Alright, well, I appreciate all the positive feedback so far, and I'll have more material for you guys shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.